it's Ryan from 2minutetennis.net, and in this video, I'm going to show you what you can learn from the Tommy Robredo's return of serve to help improve your return. Now, you should be filming yourself returning serve so you can check the footage and know if you are doing what you're going to learn in this video. So here's the order of operations, if you will. Here's the order in which you're going to do things on the return of serve. It's split, turn, hit, step. And the first split is short for split step. But split step, turn, hit, step. That's the order in which you should be doing things. Now, it's different if the ball comes right at your body, right? We're not talking about a body return, and I'll make that in a future video. We're talking about when the ball is, off to your right or off to your left, and that's the order in which you're going to do things. Let me show you this really quickly. Here's the split, or the split step, the little hop. So split, turn, hit, step. Watch it again. Split, turn, hit, step. That is a very specific order of things. So let's talk about the split step. First, you want pre-movement. Let's say you want to be standing here based on the speed of the serve, right? You know your opponent and you're like, okay, I'm going to be right behind the baseline to return serve. Well, if you want to be returning where the green arrow is, then you got to stand where the yellow arrow is. You want pre-movement. You want to be going forward into the return. And you can see that even from his hop. Look at his hop forward. He's going forward. Look at him when he's done. He's really close to the corner of the baseline. Yet look how far back he started. So I don't want you to just stand still, or worse. I mean, a lot of players, they just move backward. I see club players all the time moving backward, returning serve. If you're way too close to the baseline or way too close up into the service, near the service box, and your opponent's hitting really fast serves and you're having to move backward to return, that's a good sign that you need to stand farther back and then get pre-movement in. I don't care if you're returning Andy Roddick's serve. You can stand far enough back that then you can get pre-movement going forward. Let's say you're all the way back at the fence. You have enough time then. Go forward into the return. You want to fight fire with fire and be aggressive with your return and your body movements. So he hops forward with the little hop. The timing of the split step is to actually be in the air, by the way. You want to be in the air as your opponent makes contact with the ball. That way, when you hit the ground, you are synchronizing your feet hitting the ground with your reaction time, right? So the moment our opponent hits the ball, we don't react to where it goes. There's a delay in our reaction time. And all you have to do is just watch the best players in the world and watch them, return serve. And you see the server hit the ball and the ball comes off their racket and they haven't even moved yet. That's the delay in that's the reaction time. So what you want to do is synchronize when the feet hit the ground with when the brain is recognizing where to go. And that just allows you to bounce into the direction you need to move, whether a forehand or backhand. So don't just split step and move forward. Make sure that you're timing your split step properly so you're in the air as your opponent strikes the ball. So then the next thing, the turn. You have the split and now you have the turn. Notice his left foot is still on the ground. All he has done is turned and rotated his body. Most amateur players I see turning for a return of serve step with that left foot. If they're right-handed and it's a forehand, they step with the front foot way too early. Then the order is out of whack, right? It's split, turn, hit, step. The step is the last thing that happens on the return of serve. It's vital that you do this, otherwise you're going to be late. It has to do with the way our arms and legs go, like when we run. But basically we have to make sure that as we are swinging our right arm forward, that our left leg is going forward. And you can see that. See how his right arm is going forward and his left leg simultaneously? Well, that's how we run. We run with our left leg going forward with our right arm. So if he steps right away, now he can't move his right arm and his right leg. And then he ends up stopping. And this is why a lot of players, they can't reach a ball because they step too early with the front foot. And then they can't move their right leg and their right arm forward at the same time. That's not how we run. Every action has an equal and opposite. So you're trying to time it so the arm and leg, the appropriate arm and leg, go at the same time. So that's vital to getting movement and keeping speed going into the serve. Or into the return of serve, I should say. So we turn. I love that left arm His left arm is parallel to the baseline. He still takes the racket up. You can see that the racket is up here, so he is making a loop. But it's a, we talk about a C swing. This is a lowercase c. It's not like a gigantic C. It's a lowercase c when I tell my students. And then he's got this great movement into the return, moving his body forward. He did not get tremendously low below this ball. There's a slight upward swing into this ball. So he's got a little bit of topspin on this ball. And then you can see after he contacts the ball, he catches the racket in his opposite hand, and now his foot steps. And I consider the definition of a step when your foot hits the ground. So go out and film yourself. Again, you don't just want to try to remember this, when you're on the court. Film your return and then reference back to this video and get the order, split turn, hit step. And look to see if you're doing these things. Get your body moving forward into the return. I don't care if you have to start all the way back here to make that happen so that you can go forward. If it's a really slow serve, then start up here and get your body weight going forward into the return. But split, turn, you can see, he'll start to pivot on his right foot. His right foot will pivot to allow his body to rotate. Split, turn, hit, and step. Catching the racket with the opposite hand as just an easy way to control what the ball is doing. You use this return of serve technique, there is no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.